Hi, I'm Lisa Shields. I'm a lecturer at City of Glasgow College and I teach retail management, supply chain management and fashion. I'm here to talk about the podcast project that we created a few years ago. The inspiration to create educational podcasts in the form of interviews as a learning material came about during a break from work when I was listening to a lot of podcasts online through my phone. And I found myself learning a lot of things from just like listening and flittering around the house, mostly in interview format. So I had a bit of inspiration, a bit of a light bulb moment about how we could use that format as a piece of learning material for our students. We have a history of having guest speakers come into the college to talk about their job roles and their career paths and how they got there. So inspirational talks for students about what the future might entail for them in their future careers. So I thought that this would be a good way of capturing that by still having those events, but then having a podcast interview created that can be saved and listened to throughout the years as a bank of materials. So that's how the idea came about. I would say the benefits of creating podcasts in this particular format is that obviously during the situation that we have now, we can't have guest speakers in physical format, so it means that we have those podcasts that we recorded to return back to, and they are stored online through SoundCloud. So that's a very accessible format for students to capture as well and listen to the podcast while they're on the go, while they're on mobile devices in their homes, or they're out walking, or so it just gives a great kind of flexibility of learning in this format. So that's the main benefit, I think. Also, learners can rewind or fast forward or take notes while they're listening to it as well. So it's kind of like reliving that guest speaker experience in audio format as well. It took around 3 to 6 months to implement the project, arranging the attendees, the interviewees, sorry, and recording the interviews themselves, and then the editing process took quite a long time. And then broadcasting them, promoting them through social media, and making the students aware of it, and getting them to listen to the podcast as part of their learning materials. I think it's definitely improved practice. The practice has improved with students because they know that they've got accessible materials, they've got a variety of media that they can access their learning from. And I think it shows that the teaching staff are coming up with creative ways to help them learn in ways that they're already familiar with. Engaging with podcasts and things like that is something that students are already familiar with doing. So I think engaging with that really helps to increase that engagement with the learning further. Any tips for implementing something like this going forward? I would definitely say you have to be very organised and make sure you've got time available to do the interviews in the first place. A soundproofed booth is also really, or environment is really good, a quiet space, but then again you could also try and capture these moments live, and have some sort of background noise in an event as well, could be quite a nice touch. You only need limited equipment to do it. You can do it literally with an iPhone, or you could borrow or purchase a more specialist microphone to do it. A wee bit of training on Audacity or other editing software would be handy as well, but it's quite intuitive and easy to pick up. Yeah, have a go, and if anyone wants to contact me about creating something similar, then feel free to get in touch with the college and I'm happy to. Okay, bye for now.